Hello, my name is Elyse Andrews and I'm a recent graduate, and I will be using this channel to document my post-grad experience and also just make videos about things like art and design and other things that I like to do. So in today's video, I will be talking to you about my experience making and selling stickers on both Redbubble and Etsy and in person. And I'm gonna focus mostly on Redbubble because that's what I've had the most success on. But yeah, and I'm also gonna give you some tips to if you want to start your own sticker business. So I've already made a video before about stickers and how I make them by hand. I don't have a Cricut printer. I just use a printer and scissors and my own designs. So I'll link that in the description or in one of those card things. So yeah, let's jump right in. So I started making stickers in the spring of 2018 whenever I had to do a class project for a graphic design course and do a campaign about something that I was passionate about. So I really hate single-use water bottles, and so I made this thing called Trinity Critters, where this squirrel, this possum, and a cat all tell the viewer of the poster about how reusable water bottles are much better than single-use plastic water bottles, and they create a lot of waste. And so I made these designs for these animals and just decided to upload them to Redbubble because I had ordered a few sticker designs from other creators on there before, and I liked it, and I knew that it was pretty easy to do. So that's pretty much how I got started, and that was around 2 years ago, which is crazy. While I have only probably made around $60 from Redbubble, overall I've probably made closer to $200 on all of my stickers, and that's from selling on Redbubble, selling in person, and selling some on Etsy. Redbubble, I mentioned it earlier, but here's some more information about it. There's a pretty low profit margin. If my sticker is selling for around $2.50, I only see about 30 cents of that coming back to me, and it could be even lower depending on if there's a Redbubble promotion going on at the same time. So that's kind of a challenge. To be able to get paid that money, they've recently changed it, or I guess it was almost a year ago that they changed it back to this, but you need to reach the $20 profit margin to be able to have that money sent to your PayPal account. So for example, at the end of the year in 2019, they paid me whatever I made in 2019. And so I was back at zero. And then in 2020, I've been selling my stickers, and in the months of January, February, and March, I did not hit the $20 threshold, but in April I did. And so I will be receiving a payment, I think on the 15th of May for that. So that was pretty cool because I had never reached that on my own before. I was just kind of waiting for the end of the year to be able to collect my like $15 that I made in 2019. But the fact that I'm already close to about $30 and it's only 5 months into the year, I'm pretty excited about that. Another issue with Redbubble is that it takes a long time to build up an account and kind of a presence on the platform. I'm currently at 62 designs. I've heard that once you get over 100, it kind of starts taking off for you a little bit more. So I'm working towards that goal by the end of the year. I definitely noticed that whenever I keep uploading at least once a month, that the algorithm is definitely in my favor, and I have seen a lot of growth on my account since starting to upload once a month. So I would recommend you do that. And I've heard other people talk about it as well. Another thing about Redbubble, this is I guess a positive thing or just a confusing thing I guess, is that you never know what people like and what people will order and what they'll want. I'd say from like the 62 designs that I have, maybe about 10 have sold, not like even that well, but like maybe more than once. And I have like 2 designs, the possum and the pterodactyl, which I will get into in a minute, and they have sold very well. So it just you got to keep making designs, and I guess there's that 80-20 rule or whatever. So 80, I honestly don't know how it works, but if you know how it works, I know that it can be applied to this situation. In that you make a ton of designs, you make 100 designs, only like 20 of them will actually get a ton of attention, but that's still progress. Or maybe I know nothing. So the Zoom pterodactyl, let me tell you about this. This was one of my first designs that I uploaded. It was from a little art project that I did about like sequential art. And it was when I was also taking this history and evolution of life class, which was in the geoscience department. I drew this little pterodactyl that said Zoom over it. And I thought it was really cute. And so I uploaded it. On my Redbubble, it was kind of selling. And then when everything happened with our current global situation right now and everyone needed to go online for school and go to Zoom University, for some reason, Redbubble picked up on my pterodactyl that said Zoom and was tagged with Zoom and started promoting it to people who were also looking up like Zoom and Zoom University stickers. And I have ever since, like over the past 2 months, I've been selling so many of these Zoom pterodactyl stickers. And that was a random surprise for me, and that's honestly helped my shop a lot. I guess more people are noticing me, so thanks Redbubble for this weird, strange promotion. In general for Redbubble, I personally really like it, and I would recommend it to artists or doodlers or just people who are already just kind of making little drawings on their own, and that's already part of their life. And if you just want to have a way to maybe make a little bit of money or maybe a lot of money from it eventually, just keep uploading them. Upload them as you go, because it could be something that pays off really well for you. Let's shift over to Etsy. If you have more time, this may be the platform for you. For me, definitely had much higher profit margins. You know how I said I was making around 30 cents for my stickers previously? I would say on Etsy I was making closer to like $1.20, $1.30 on my stickers. So that's definitely a lot nicer, and over time that really adds up. But there were a lot of cons for Etsy for me, so that's why I no longer sell on there, at least for the time being. The issue is I have to make them myself, which is time consuming, but I also like to do that. But it's very time consuming and I have to pay for materials, and it generally ends up paying off, but it's just more effort on my part. And even beyond that, shipping is kind of difficult. I never found out a way that I was comfortable with shipping things, because I liked the Etsy shipping labels, but I think I was paying too much for shipping and I could have done it with stamps. I don't really know, but I was in my spring of my junior year of college, and as you know, for many that is very stressful and there's a lot of work going on, and so I just did not have the time to, be making these stickers, run them to the post office, etc., etc. But I was able to kind of be discovered on Etsy some. I was selling a lot of those possum stickers, but I found that the uploading process was pretty tedious, and I only ever had about like 5 of my sticker designs in my shop at that time, just because it took a lot of time to do the research and figure out what was popular and how to tag my work. So Etsy, I would say, is more for people who are wanting to make more money off of it and are willing to seriously invest their time and energy to setting up a shop, because I think it's a really great platform and the listing price isn't honestly that bad. Now in the, I guess, advice portion of this / like what design should I make, I will say I'm an artist. I doodle a lot, and like I mentioned earlier, I just like to upload my little doodles that I make. So I like to make other people laugh. I do little drawings of animals, I'd say are my most popular, and I just think animals are funny and I like to make them doing funny things. I don't know. So I sketch a lot of those and then choose from those that I'm going to go with, and then I upload them and blah blah blah. So I guess figure out what makes you laugh and what to doodle and draw and upload that. My only thing that I do not really care for to see on Redbubble, and I have purchased designs that do this as well, so I'm not perfect, but I don't love to see designs that either steal memes from other people and make them their own and try and profit off of them, or using copyrighted content, which I guess the other stuff is copyrighted, but like say from Pokemon or Nintendo or like Animal Crossing, I see a lot of stickers on there that are, using the character designs from those companies who are not supposed to be profiting off of their work and their intellectual property. So I personally do not make designs like that, but I have purchased some, and it's just something you have to be careful about if you decide to do it. It's not for me, but maybe try doing like a spin on a meme or something. I think those are pretty funny. So that's what I have in terms of like what content you should make. Just some other things that I have written down. Make sure you tag your work, but don't over tag. I would say cap it at 15 tags is what Redbubble recommends, and I know a lot of people have talked about that being a good number, and just do relevant tags. Really the main thing is just be consistent. If you're on Redbubble, just consistently upload and figure out what you like to make, and also share it with your friends on social media. Doesn't matter how much of a following you have. It honestly benefits you if you have just people who like your work. Just looking around your Redbubble page, it just gets your name out. I don't see why that can ever be a bad thing, and people should support you and your art. And yeah, I just do that like once a month, so I'm not bothering people too much. Like whenever I do upload, at least once a month, I do share the sticker designs on my story. Another way to promote your stickers that I have been working on is Pinterest. I have a Pinterest account, and I basically just have a board with my stickers, and I pin images of my stickers onto a pin, and then I put the URL of the page for people to click through if they would like to. Now, these don't get a ton of pins and saves or whatever, and but people do look at it, and so I figure it's better than nothing. So I like to do that with each of my designs that I upload. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I love making stickers. I think it's so cool to know that someone is using and loving my design from far away. For example, I just sold a hardcover journal to someone in Switzerland, and it has my chicken design on the front of it, and I just think that's so cool. They left me a comment saying like, your work is so cute, thank you so much for making your art, and that made me so happy. That is really cool to me, and probably my favorite part of design in general. So thank you so much for watching my video. If you liked it, like it. If you want to subscribe, go for it. I make new videos every Tuesday, and yep. If you have any other ideas you would like me to talk about in my videos, or if you want more information about stickers, I'm happy to do that. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.